Hi everybody and welcome back to Lost Genre Reddit Stories. This post is from the subreddit Am I the A-hole and it's by user SilentOccasion6870. Am I the a-hole for not donating for a sick kid which led to others doing the same? My 39 male husband, 35, has a big family and they are always in about each other's business and causing drama. I generally keep out of it and let him deal with them all. This time I was dragged into it and it has all blown up. He has a cousin who is married to a twat of a guy. They have an 8-year-old boy. They are all about show and live outside their means. Everything is on finance, nice cars, luxury holidays, etc. Through the family grapevine, we have heard that they are in about $80,000 in debt. He has a job that pays about $100,000 a year. We have never got on. There have been the gay jokes, nothing too bad but irritating. He also hates the fact we both do extremely well for ourselves. Not to brag, but we have access to 7 figures in savings and investments. The family knows, but people on the outside have no idea. We live a quiet life, no flashy cars or Insta-post about our holidays. Last year, he came into a decent inheritance in the form of a $750,000 house. Would not shut up about it. This is all relevant. Now to the issue. Unfortunately, their kid has become ill, extremely ill. Not going to die, but their life will definitely be more difficult. There is a treatment available that might help, but it will cost around $250,000. They came to us and asked if we would pay for it. We said we would need to discuss it and ultimately went back to them and said that this isn't something that we would do. This was not a fun phone call. He kicked off calling us every name under the sun. Our reasons will become clear soon. After this call, they put us on blast in the family group chat and Facebook. We were getting calls and messages from people going in hard on us. This is when I messaged the chat and commented on their Facebook. I explained that if they could not afford it, we would have helped. They have a paid-off $750,000 house. I pointed out that there is nothing stopping them from releasing some equity in the house, and this would pay for the treatment and clear their debt. Their mortgage payments would be less than what they previously paid in rent. I also pointed out that they could cancel their 2 upcoming $10,000 holidays and downgrade their cars. I said that I felt like we would be paying to maintain their lifestyle, and as parents, they should be doing everything they could to help said kid. Since this, there has been more name calling and dramatics, but most of the family have now pivoted to our point of view. This has led to some of them who previously promised money pulling out. We are all being called monsters for not helping a sick kid. I don't think we are, but that is where we are here. Am I the a-hole? No, OP, you're not the a-hole. You're absolutely right. I'm truly sorry for what that child is going through. Of course, he doesn't deserve it, but his parents should be doing everything in their power to get him the treatment that he needs. And you pointed out their hypocrisy for everyone to see. Look, you have a $750,000 house. Yeah, release some equity from it to pay for your kid's treatment. Luxury cars and luxury vacations are not needed, and they could definitely dispense of them to pay for their kids' treatment as well. So no, OP, you're not the a-hole, and the fact that you just displayed their hypocrisy and now other people are pulling out is just stronger proof that you are absolutely right. Hopefully those parents do what they have to do instead of calling you names or badgering you guys online. And what do you guys think? Let me know in the comments section, and now let's check out the community comments. Individual Cloud 7656 says, "How is this even a question? They have the money." And Opie responds, "Apparently because we are rich and don't have kids, we should cough up." They have also pointed out how we have helped other family members. We have paid for 3 of their universities and also bought 2 houses for ones who were genuinely struggling. Quiet Hamster 6509 says, "If they're asking for $250,000 from you, what are they asking from others? With people like that, if I did want to gift money for such a reason, I would ask for the bill and pay it directly. If they refused, I would know something was up." The whole thing is horrible. My husband's family do not have a lot of money. They were all trying to see what they could scrape together. If they were lucky, it would have been 15 to 20,000. This is what made me say no. They are supposed to be going on holidays totaling more than that this year, and they were happy letting the rest of the family make pretty severe sacrifices. I am not the mama says, "Not the a-hole. My nephew, wife's nephew, called her and her 2 brothers, said he had money troubles, $250,000 in credit card debt, asked us all to bail him out. He got a paid for $250,000 house a year ago, which he sold and purchased a rental property. He owns a nice home in Phoenix and has a pool guy and a lawn guy. We mentioned that he should sell his rental and fire his pool and lawn guys. He refused. He really believed we were going to pony up $90,000 a piece and he would suffer no pain at all. He hasn't talked to any of us since." Additional information from Opie's comments. This may tip me into a-hole territory, but we would have probably done something if I didn't hate the guy. As I said in the post, if they genuinely couldn't afford, we would have helped. I did suggest to my husband that we could donate to a charity that supports the illness, and then people who did need help would benefit. He said that would just be stirring the pot. We are going to sit back and see what happens. We will step in if we need to. We won't let the kids suffer. The family has bailed. They won't be getting anything. The sad thing is that the kid is going to be messed up because of it. Not because of their illness, but they have apparently told him that his family won't help when he is sick and they are going to lose their house because of it, and I am the number 1 villain out of everyone. My husband's family are not well off and he was the first to go to university. There is a lot of issues in the family that comes with living close to poverty. We regularly help his family out and we don't begrudge them at all. They might be annoying, but they have had hard lives due to generational trauma. We try and focus any money we give in helping the younger generation break that cycle. We pay a full-time therapist just to work with his family. He has no other clients. We pay for further education and help out the ones that don't want to study start their own businesses. We have shares in 2 landscape businesses, a hairdresser's, a plumber's, and a bakery. This is why my husband can't get his head around us not giving money for a sick child when we do these sort of things for the rest of the family. I was an only child and don't really have family of my own. His family are far from perfect, but most of them have good hearts and have taken me in. That is why we overlook a lot of their behaviors and help where we can. Money will be no use to us when we are dead, and we have more than enough to see us out with the lifestyle we live. Now, if it was truly to save the child's life, it would not be a question. They will not die, but things will be difficult. They can afford to pay it themselves. Over the past 15 years, I have helped family members to the tune of over 2 million. I am more than happy to help when they are in need and can't help themselves. They would need to mortgage less than half the house now. They need $330,000 for their debt and the treatment. The house was valued at $750,000 last year. To be honest, I am guessing that they can't get a mortgage. I have no idea what their credit score is like, but it is the only reason, out with the fact that they are grifters, that I can see that this is an issue. If that is the case, then they can sell the house. They can easily get a smaller place with the leftover money that would be fully paid off. I would possibly be willing to offer a bridging loan for the treatment until that is done, but I would need lawyers to lock it down. If they started to mess about, I would want a legal mechanism to force the sale and get my money back. The community agrees OP is not the a-hole, and we got a lot more context to the story from the comments. So now let's move on to the update to see how this story ends. It's been a crazy couple of weeks, so I thought I would update you all. First off, a lot of you were right. There was a lot more going on than anyone knew. There was something off about the whole situation, but the one thing we knew is that the kid was sick. My husband saw a post on socials that his cousin's husband was out of town for the weekend. We decided to reach out to the cousin and see if she would meet us for a coffee. She did, and she invited us around to their house. A lot of you will say we were stupid to go around, but my husband had been close to his cousin growing up and just wanted to see if there was something that could be figured out. I was against it, but it was important to him. I didn't need to be there, but I am going to be honest, I was there for the tea. Anyway, things were off in the house. I don't know how to describe it, but she seemed out of place in her own home, on edge. At first, I thought it was because we were there and the whole situation was awkward. After everyone was settled, we started talking and basically said that we stand by what we said, but if we could help in other ways that would work for everyone, we would. She broke down and it all came out. It turns out her husband has a gambling problem and the $80,000 was nowhere close to their debt. He had taken out $550,000 against the house as soon as he got it. This cleared what he owed on credit and to some less than savory people. The problem is his gambling problem did not go away. Surprise, surprise! And it had crept back up again to the tune of about $100,000. Effing crazy. As predicted by some of you, the out-of-pocket for the treatment was not $250,000, it was closer to $125,000. He decided to double it and approach us to kill two birds with one stone, clear the debt and pay for treatment. Before I go any further, we are now paying for the full treatment directly to hospital. Appointments are being made and hopefully the little guy will start it in the next few weeks. What we didn't predict and what nobody had an idea about was what else was going on in the household. I won't go into details because I would need to post trigger warning, but I am sure you can figure it out. I have to say, I had said that his family can be troublesome, but they rallied as soon as the flag went up. The cousin, the son, and all of their personal belongings, documents, etc. were out of that house within 2 hours. There was not a trace of them left. I was impressed. All the family crap and dramas were forgotten. We moved both of them into our guest house, and that is where they will be staying for the foreseeable future. Sunday night, the crap hit the fan. He came home to an empty house. His stuff was still there. She had blocked him on everything, so he started going around all of the family members kicking off. He was met with a wall of silence. Everyone denied all knowledge of anything and told him where to go. The only place he couldn't get to was ours. He couldn't get past security. We had given them all his details, told them the situation, and said that under no circumstances was anyone to be let through to visit us without calling and confirming with us. He showed up and made a scene, but got nowhere. I think security enjoyed it. It is normally a pretty boring job. Next thing we knew, we had the police at our door. I think he had called in a welfare check as he guessed or knew they were here. We explained the situation and that went nowhere for him. She is talking to our lawyer and they will be dealing with everything for her. The main thing is that they are both safe and her kid is getting the treatment that he needs. I know I shouldn't take any pleasure in this, but I do. I hate the guy. He will lose everything. They have been missing their mortgage payments. The house will be gone soon. Divorce will be happening and there is apparently an excellent chance of full custody for her. He is spiraling. It would not surprise me if he messes up his job as well. So for now, everything seems to be under control. Opie's edit. There have been a lot of comments saying that he could be dangerous right now as he has nothing to lose. While you can never be 100% sure, we are in a good position. He would need to get past 2 security checkpoints just to get to our front gate. There are patrols that drive about 24/7. We have 5 dogs. Admittedly, 3 of them are useless, but we have a Doberman and a German Shepherd who spent most of their time outside by choice. She has no desire to venture outside of this right now, and if she does, she will be with someone on high alert. Just until the dust settles and we see how the land lies. We are getting her into therapy. She is sleeping a lot right now. I think it is just the release from all of the stress. Materially, she does not need to worry about anything. Family are all coming around. There is a really good atmosphere around her right now. I know that will fade when people go back to their own lives, and I am sure the nights will be difficult for her. I think they have found someone who specializes in her situation who will hopefully help her. Also, her kid is much happier. He is coming out of his shell. He is loving the pool, and we bought him a new Switch 2 since he has been desperate for the Harry Potter game. I am letting my JK boycott slide this one time. It is a bit annoying. I have made such a song and dance about getting rid of all of my old Harry Potter stuff. The game looks really good. My husband can tell I am desperate to play it and finds it amusing that I won't. Might have to come down at 3 a.m. for a quick shot of it. The lawyers are doing their thing in regard to restraining orders, etc. I am all for having him followed 24/7 by a personal investigator, getting tax auditors on him, having a company troll his online presence to find anything that can F up his job. I would compile all of this and send it out to anyone important to him. But as my husband says, this is not healthy and spite is not a good look. So that's it. Thank you for your concern, but for now, they are both totally safe. Wow, OP, great to know that the family rallied and got them out of there and that you guys are taking care of them and that both her and the kid are doing better and he's gonna get the treatment. So here's wishing you 4 all the best. Take care, OP, and thanks for sharing. And now let's finish this video with a mood booster post. This post is from the subreddit Petty Revenge and it's by user Houston970, the bully and her book report. I just remembered this today since I took my mom to lunch for Mother's Day and she mentioned seeing my bully's mom at church. I had a bully. Jackie was a terrible person, beyond mean girl. She was one of those popular kids who would go out of her way to be deliberately cruel, and she loved to pick on me. Catholic school, so we had the same classmates all 8 years, and she rode my bus, so there was no escaping her. She was also dumb and lazy. I was an extremely shy and quiet child, almost completely silent, and I used to read a lot. So I was reading several levels above my grade. Our 6th grade teacher, Sister Louise, assigned us a monthly book report. You could either hand in a written report or do a little craft thing, like a diorama and a short presentation. Papers were due on a Friday, but presentations were during our English period for the week preceding the Friday due date. A couple of months into the school year, at the beginning of the week, Jackie did her presentation of a book that was maybe a 4th grade reading level, but she had obviously never read the book or even the synopsis on the cover back. So her presentation was a story she made up based on the picture on the front cover. That same day, it seemed like she was especially horrible to me on the bus going home, and I was angry at that and her blatant cheating. She couldn't even bother to read a little kid's chapter book. I had read that book a while ago, so I remembered the story, but I also checked it out from the public library and skimmed it to refresh my memory on certain points. I then did my very in-depth book report on that same book, pointing out minute details and making sure that it was obviously not the plot Jackie had presented. I got 100% on that report and Jackie got a 25, because she had at least done the diorama, and her mother had to have a meeting with Sister Louise. Sister Louise then decided that we had to choose a book from the 6th grade reading list or get our book pre-approved. A lot of the other kids were mad that they couldn't choose an easy book now because of Jackie. Jackie was ranting and raving on the bus that she got caught because someone else did a report on the same book. But I don't think she ever even suspected me because I was the kid who always had my nose buried in far more advanced books, and I think they assumed I had done a report on one of those. Sister Louise knew exactly what I had done because I had to get my next book approved, and she gave me a very pointed look and a smirk when she said, "Yes, this seems to be a book that is more in line with your reading level." I'd like to think she was kind of proud that I fought back in the only way the quietest shy kid knew how. P.S. Sister Louise ran a tight ship, so there was no bullying in class. It all happened at sports practice, at Girl Scouts, on the bus, or in the neighborhood. Also, it was 40 plus years ago when there wasn't a big zero tolerance for bullying movement. We were just supposed to deal with it. Well, Opie, I have to say, you played this one so well. What a great read and fantastic petty revenge. Thanks for sharing, OP. And that's it for today's video. Thank you so much for taking the time to watch it. Now, if you've gotten to this point in the video, I assume that you like these stories that I'm reading out. So here are a couple more that you might enjoy. And if you don't have any time to watch another story right now, save it for later. And also, don't forget to hit that subscribe button.